Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's interview. Our guest today is someone who has made a huge impact in the world, making digital devices accessible to everyone. He is an inventor, entrepreneur, and industrial designer, as well as the CEO and co founder of Apple, CEO and majority shareholder of the Pixar Animation Studios, CEO, founder, and chairman of Next, and also a member of the Walt Disney Company board of directors. His bold ambitions have revolutionized six industries in personal computing, animated movies, music, phones, tablet computing, and digital publishing. His distinctive personality traits of perseverance, passion, and confidence, as well as his mysterious charisma, persistence, and intellectuality, made him convincing and massively inspiring to people around him. And his name is Steve Jobs. Welcome, Steve.
Hi, Jane. Thank you for having me here today.
Welcome to the show. As we know, Apple is now a legend in the IT industry, but it seems to have been through a lot of ups and downs. From the very beginning, may I know why you launched Apple?
At the beginning, Wozniak and I thought that computers are such a good thing, but they are too big and inconvenient. So we wanted to make a computer that is small enough for home and office use that are also user friendly.
Oh, hello, Steve. What's up?
Hey Wozniak, yeah, I recently I just feel very fed up and unproductive studying in college. I don't like the subjects and they are so boring.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I sit in the college all day, and I think what we learn are not really practical and we won't use it in the future.
Hey Wozniak, I actually have an idea. Why don't we leave the college and do our own business? We then can sell computers. We study a lot in this field and I think really honestly we can do this.
Amazing idea. What? Wait, we can not only sell computers, we can create our own computer. I've always been annoyed by the computers in the market because they are not so user friendly. I think when create one which are more user friendly and what the hell, people will like it.
Yeah, true. Now you give me an idea. We can do this in my garage. We can make our own computers there and sell them to the retailers.
Yes, alright. Then see you tomorrow in class. I can't wait to do that.
That was a hard time, but the achievement is huge. We eat and sleep and work together almost every hour. Luckily, everything went well and we got the investments to start up the company. However, Wozniak left in Apple in 1983, if I can remember, as he told me that he really felt like not wanting to continue to run the business.
How did you handle Wozniak's leaving? Did his leave make an impact on the company?
As Wozniak left, I wanted to be the CEO, but the board did not allow me to. They told me to hire an adult supervisor to do the marketing, so we went through about like 20 candidates, most in the tech sector, but I vetted them all until I met John Scully, who had risen to be the CEO of Pepsi in just 10 years. He also had a reputation for being a marketing master, so he really caught my attention, and I then hired him to be the chief executive of Apple. But just years later, he ousted me from Apple.
We all know the struggle between you and John Scully is due to the marketing of Macintosh. Can you briefly tell us the situation?
At that time, Apple II was the only source of cash flow for the company, which was outsold 2 to 1 by many brands. We tried to launch Apple III, which is Lisa, but they all failed until we introduced Macintosh. However, the wholesale just didn't work. It's your fault. You forced me to price the Macintosh so high. I told you to make the price at $2,000, but you make it 2005. I want you to drop the price by $500, and I want it to move the advertising weight from Apple II over to the Mac.
This is impossible. We needed the money for the marketing and campaigns to launch it. So, Steve, if you do that, we're going to drive the company into a loss.
Then the wholesale of the product will never work. People are never going to buy computers at such a high price.
I've talked to the engineers, and they say the reason it doesn't work has nothing to do with the price or the advertising. It's physics. Our microprocessors is just not strong enough. For the Macintosh office, even Mike Markula doesn't agree with you.
This is ridiculous. You're giving up a big opportunity to release Mac. Believe me, Mac will push Apple to a greater height.
Steve, we want you to step down from running the Macintosh division. You're being disruptive in our organization. Furthermore, you complain about our workers for asking them to work overtime. Nobody can comply to your perfectionism, right? We are a company with SOP, and the workers are not machines. The board has been crushing the dissatisfaction of the worker from you, and I guess it's time for you to get a temporary rest.
And would you do anything different if you went back to that time?
That is the main conflict, but at the time, I admit that I was not a tolerable teammate. So I think that's the cause of me getting ousted from Apple, which was very devastating.
And what made you found next?
Well, despite all the fiasco, I've never given up on my passion in this area. Luckily, when I was forced out, I still had some followers and co-workers, so with them we founded Next.
It sounds like Next is a success for you. What made you choose to return to Apple after that?
Undoubtedly, Apple is my first success and I've spent lots of time and hard work into it. It carries my entire youth passion, and during that time, Apple was facing its worst financial crisis, and I can't just watch it go down. So the sale of Next brought me back to Apple again, and I brought Apple the Unix-based operating system, which laid the groundwork for the OS X.
With that, you are back to Apple again and eventually turned up to be the legend of Apple leaderboard.
I wouldn't call myself a legend. I only wanted to achieve my personal mission.
And you absolutely did it. Thank you, Steve Jobs, for accepting this interview.
Thank you.